work. From the motion of a speeding hoverboard to the stored energy on a cliff, it transforms from chemical and electrical to sound and light. Total energy is always constant.
Let's talk a little history before going to the future. In the 17th century, Galileo and Newton studied motion and introduced ideas of kinetic and potential energy.
Scientist Antoine Lavoisier hinted at the idea of creation. His formulation completely revolutionized.
In the 19th century, Hermann von Helmholtz clearly stated the law of conservation of energy. Energy cannot be created nor destroyed, only changed in form. James Prescott Joule proved conservation of energy by showing that mechanical energy can turn into heat.
The Joule Express is an incredibly heavy, hyper-advanced maglev train that defies gravity. Moving thousands of tons of metal down a track at breakneck speeds relies entirely on commanding a staggering amount of power. In physics, energy has a very specific definition. It is simply the ability of a body to do work. It is the capacity to cause physical displacement in the real world. For a machine of this scale to operate, it requires a massive energy budget. Every movement, every acceleration, and every braking mechanism requires a highly specific sum of power that must be managed with absolute precision. If that budget gets unbalanced, the entire system faces catastrophic failure. The engine's baseline power starts in the core reactor. Here, immense nuclear energy is generated by violently splitting atoms apart. That nuclear reaction triggers an immediate physical transformation. The splitting atoms release intense light energy alongside massive amounts of thermal energy, or heat. The train captures that heat to drive internal generators, establishing a heavy flow of electric charges, electrons, running through the engine's conductor cables. This produces electrical energy. That electricity is then fed into electromagnets mounted along the tracks. This creates magnetic energy, exerting enough repulsive force on the heavy iron chassis to lift the entire vehicle into the air. What we are looking at is a tightly closed physical system. To maintain its forward momentum, the train must continuously shift its power from one form to another in a constant, unbroken chain. Suddenly, the warning system engages. Vibrating alarms produce a harsh burst of sound energy, signaling a massive, towering vertical drop ahead on the track. As the train's nose pitches upward to begin the steep climb, its forward speed rapidly decreases, but its altitude increases. This combination of an object's motion and its position relative to the Earth is called mechanical energy. By moving higher, the train builds potential energy. The calculation is mass multiplied by gravity multiplied by height. Because its mass and height are immense, the system banks staggering power. At the track's crest, kinetic movement drops to zero, and potential energy hits maximum capacity. Then gravity takes over. The chassis drops, rapidly converting stored power into kinetic energy, the energy an object has strictly by virtue of its motion. The formula for kinetic energy is half the mass multiplied by the velocity squared. Because the speed is squared in that equation, the accelerating drop forces a massive explosive conversion from stored potential energy directly into forward kinetic power. This flawless trade-off is dictated by the law of conservation of energy. Energy can neither be created nor destroyed. It can only be converted from one form to another. This roller coaster diagram shows the exact principle. At point A's maximum height, potential energy is high and kinetic is zero. As the car drops to B and C, they interchange. At any point, the total mechanical energy remains conserved. Nothing is lost or gained. Now, the train hits the bottom of the track. Its kinetic energy is completely maxed out, but the rails are ending. It must stop immediately. This textbook excerpt shows exactly what is required to stop that motion: work. Mathematically, work is the physical displacement of a body caused by the application of force, and it's measured in a unit called joules. Inside the cockpit, the pilot uses muscular energy, originally stored as chemical energy, and applies extreme force to the emergency brake lever. By exerting that force across the distance of the lever's pole, the pilot is doing physical work. That work acts on the massive kinetic energy of the train, forcing it to safely bleed off by converting into other forms. The mechanical brakes clamp down against the rails. Simultaneously, chemical energy stored in the molecular bonds of the emergency thruster fuel cells is released. In this final, violent transformation, the chemical and kinetic energies are instantly converted into extreme friction. This resistance generates blinding light, along with deafening sound and intense thermal heat, to counteract the train's forward momentum. That heat and noise dissipate safely out into the surrounding air. The kinetic energy wasn't destroyed, it just scattered into the environment in non-useful forms. The train safely comes to a halt. The mechanical work is done. From the glowing atoms in the nuclear reactor to the heat radiating off the brakes, the universe's energy budget remains perfectly balanced. Nova's ship sits lifeless on a barren rock. The displays are dark, the life support is fading, and her fuel gauges read 0. To survive, Nova must find dormant energy in her environment and force it to change into something useful. Her first resource is herself. To reach an abandoned colony on the horizon, she uses muscular energy, the energy stored within the muscles of her body. This is powered by chemical energy, which is released as her digestive system breaks down the molecular bonds in her survival rations. Inside the colony perimeter, she builds a makeshift fire. This provides heat energy, which warms her suit, and light energy, making her dark surroundings visible. She activates her suit's recorder to log her status. As she speaks, her vocal cords vibrate. These vibrations produce sound energy, which travels through the air to the microphone. Moving into the maintenance sector, she finds an intact wall panel and routes power to a few basic appliances. She is testing the electrical energy generated by the flow of electric charges, electrons, moving through a conductor. She watches a washing machine motor spin up. Heavy iron blast door blocks her path to the main grid. Nova powers up an industrial electromagnet to pull it open. This utilizes magnetic energy, the energy stored in a magnet that exerts a physical force on iron objects. Inside the adjacent medical bay, she patches a minor injury using a diagnostic scanner. That same magnetic energy is applied in an MRI machine to detect internal problems in a patient's body. She reaches the massive hydroelectric dam. Water stored at a height possesses potential energy. When released, it falls toward the turbines, converting into kinetic energy. This moves the spinning blades, transferring mechanical energy into a generator to produce electricity. To reach full launch capacity, she also reignites the colony's thermal power plant. Burning coal releases chemical energy, turning it into heat energy. That heat boils water into steam. The steam's kinetic energy moves a turbine shaft, transforming into mechanical energy, which drives a generator to produce electricity. By map online, she uses a heavy transport rover to cross the rugged terrain back to her ship. Inside the engine, a rapid chain reaction occurs. The fuel's chemical energy converts to heat, creating the mechanical energy that drives the wheels. Secondary transformations are also happening. Kinetic energy is stored as chemical energy in the battery. The battery then provides light energy for the headlights and sound energy for the horn. Nova straps into her cockpit and initiates the launch sequence. Reaching orbit requires the high-density energy of the ship's reactor, nuclear energy. Nuclear energy is the power held within the bonds of atomic nuclei. By splitting the nucleus of an atom, the ship's reactor releases the heat required to generate the necessary electrical output. As the ship clears the atmosphere, the mechanics of her survival remain clear.